Hey insiders, today's video is all about your favorite thing, big law. The question on everybody's mind, what everybody wants to know about before they go to law school, what is big law actually like? Is it like Suits? Is it like all the crazy things we see on TV? I've seen articles that say associates work these hours and these hours. Well, I'm gonna give you the real information about what big law is like. So I recently finished my summer associate position at a big law firm. I'm not gonna say which one, where the firm was, none of that, but you can go on, what's the website, Vault or whatever, and see all the big law firms and take a wild guess, but I ain't never gonna tell you. So I finished my summer position, look at me talking crazy. So I finished my summer position and I worked for 9 weeks. Most people do 10, but I had to go on a little vacation and do some other things, so I couldn't do the full 10. And some people did less, some people did more. I did 9, woohoo, shout out to me. Everything was completely virtual because of good old Corona. Now we got the Delta variant, whatever. But everything was completely virtual and I had a wonderful time. So before I started my summer position, I filled out a form that said what my interests were. At that time, I didn't know anything and I still don't know anything, but I knew that I didn't really want to do. I did not want to do litigation, which is when you go to court or you write like memos. I don't even know exactly what litigation is. I'm not even going to try to explain it, so you have to Google it. But I know I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go to court. And I didn't want to do the stuff that people in litigation do. So I checked off corporate and I checked off some other things too. So for me, almost each week or week and a half, I got a new assignment in a different practice area in the corporate realm, which is a lot of different stuff. So I did some environmental law, some SEC filings, some banking. What else did I do? I looked over governing documents for corporations. I did all kinds of stuff, but I did a new assignment almost every single week. And every time I turned an assignment in, I would get feedback. Sometimes you don't really want to hear the feedback because do I really want to know how bad I suck? No, I don't want to know. But anyway, you get feedback every time you do an assignment. You have a meeting, at least at my firm, we had a meeting and they said, okay, you did really well here, but you could have did better at a million other things. Like I remember somebody asked me, well, I'm not even gonna say, but anyway, you get feedback on your assignments. And you just go on about your day until you get your new assignment. So I really enjoyed my summer and I was a little apprehensive because like many of you, I thought being a summer associate at a big law firm was just gonna be so intimidating and I didn't think I was gonna be able to get my work done because I heard stories about people staying at like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. And I guess it was a little different because we were working from home, so it was easy for me to stay up late or wake up later than I would normally have if I was going into the office. But I don't think I had experiences where I had to, like if I was working in person, I don't think I would have had too many experiences of me working until 10 p.m. in the office or anything crazy. Like the assignments are very manageable. And they also understand your skill level. Like they know that as a summer associate after 2L, like you don't know anything. We all think we know everything after 2L, but we don't know, okay? We don't know nothing. So they understand, like, they're not gonna be expecting all these crazy things from you. So I had a really good experience. All of the attorneys that I worked with were really nice. Like, literally, everybody was so nice. It was actually kind of strange because I was like, I think I'm a pretty nice person and I've been in environments with nice people, but these people were like extra nice. I'm like, is this some kind of facade or something? And even the people that I didn't work on assignments with, like if I would email somebody at the firm like, hey, I'm Nicole, I'm a summer associate. I would love to talk to you about whatever practice group you're in. They would respond within 5 minutes and have already sent me a link to have a meeting. And towards the end of the summer, even asking me if I wanted to meet in person, like literally every single person that I emailed. And I emailed some top dogs at the firm. I was like, you know what? You gotta, real players shoot their shot. So that's what I did. And they all responded. They were very nice and friendly, willing to talk to me for significant amounts of time. Even points where I got tired. I'm like, all right, well, it was good to hearing about tax law, but I'm about ready to wrap it up. But they're still talking because they just love giving back and helping young attorneys, even though I'm not an attorney yet, but you know what I mean. I will say that the expectations were very high, of course, in big law. And this is probably one of the moments that I experienced more imposter syndrome than I have in any other points in my law school career, just because a lot of my peers went to like schools in the T14 and I don't go to a school in the T14, but honestly, nobody cared about where I went to school. Like you might have a conversation like, oh, I go here, and people will chat, oh, I have a friend that goes there or something, but nobody cares that you didn't go to Harvard. Like if you're at these big law firms, once you get in, everybody knows you're smart and capable, so nobody gives a care about where you went to undergrad or where you go to law school. Like that doesn't matter. And I learned that pretty quickly because on one of my first assignments, I worked with 2 other summer associates that went to Ivy League schools. And so we're chatting, oh, where'd you go to school? Told them, they told me, we moved on and we did the assignment together. Everything was cool. Like we're still probably gonna be friends once we return to the firm. So nobody cares where you went to school, and the imposter syndrome is gonna go away very quickly because all you guys are gonna get your work done. If you get into big law, you're straight. You know what to do, you're gonna figure it out. So there were lots and lots of fun activities. So it seemed like every single week I was getting a package in the mail about a sip and paint or wine tasting or a cook this and learn how to make that. I made some cake pops. What else did I make? Some ice cream, all kinds of stuff. We had lots of fun activities, and these firms will really spoil you with all the things that they send you. Like I still have some wine and some ciders because I don't really drink ciders, and I don't know, I drink wine, but it's still in there. But these firms will spoil you. Like we did a sip and paint, and I don't know where the heck, well actually I do know where my painting is. I'm not gonna show you, but it was real cute. Not really, but it was good enough. That was a really fun activity. And then we also had activities for the different affinity groups. So I signed up for the Black Lawyers or African American Associates. I don't know what the acronym is, but you know, I'm Black, you get it. I signed up for that group, and then there was a women's group. Also had activities, lots of trivia, getting to know people. And it's fun because like the partners and like the more senior associates, they really let their hair down because they know that the summers are like really nervous. So they really try to facilitate conversations and talk about fun stuff outside of law school or outside of like the firm. So everybody was great. We had lots of fun activities like every week, sometimes even twice a week, like yoga classes, boxing. What else? There were some other physical activities that I did not participate in because I just was not trying to be on Zoom boxing in front of the camera, but that was an option if I wanted to. The law firms also assign you mentors. So I don't know, I think most firms do this, but I got 2 mentors. And oftentimes it's like a partner and an associate or something like that. And for me, I met with mine every week. Some people didn't meet with theirs that frequently just because schedules didn't match up, but I think most firms give you like a mentor. And it was great. I mean, I'm not the most outgoing person, so they were really helpful in that regard, like introducing me to people at the firm. They asked me if I had any questions. Like in the very beginning, I couldn't even figure out how to put my like hours in, like billable hours, and I was like, I just can't, like they're gonna fire me because I can't do this. They helped me through that. We had lunch. I told them about how I wanted to do some different kinds of assignments. They told me who I should talk to, all kinds of stuff. So you get these wonderful mentors. And if somebody's signing up to be a mentor, like they're probably a really nice person. So you're gonna have like automatic connections with really nice people at the firm. We also had tons of presentations about the different practice group areas. So like if you just go to any law firm's website, you'll see the different practices that they have. And there's so many, and sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming. Like, what does that even mean? You know, like what is regulatory compliance? What does that even mean? So these different practice groups will have a meeting, or it was on Zoom, but you know, they'll have a meeting for like an hour, and all the summer associates get to go and listen to what they have to say. Like, oh, this is what we do. These are some cool cases that we worked on, and you can ask questions at the end. I love that part because there were so many different areas of the law that I knew nothing about, and I actually gained some more interest after listening to those practice group sessions, or practice groups talked to us, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that was really cool too. So I think one of my biggest takeaways from my position as a summer associate is that the summer programs are really designed for you to get to know the firm, to get to know the people, and to learn more about yourself and what your interests are. It's also like they're gonna gauge you to see like how good you are at writing and stuff like that, and you have to turn in like your assignments. But the general idea is that if you got into the firm for the summer associate position, then you're probably gonna get an offer at the end. So don't be worried about that, because I was really worried about that. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know why I was so worried about it, but you never know. Like I didn't want to be the one person. Anyway, my point is that I think the summer is really about learning more about yourself and more about the firm and the people at the firm, and trying to figure out where you might want to work after you graduate. So the summer experience was great. And from what I gauged as a summer associate, yes, there's gonna be some long nights, but I think the work that you do is really gonna make it worth it because it's gonna be so exciting. I don't want to, well, of course I can't disclose like clients or anything like that, but we've worked with some really cool people, and I've heard about partners and associates doing some really fun assignments. So once you figure out your niche and like what you really enjoy, I don't think you're gonna mind too much working those hours, and it's not gonna be like that all the time. Like a lot of these big law firms, like people work hard, they get their work done because they wanna go home at night, or they wanna have a weekend, they wanna have a vacation. So yes, it's hard, and yes, it's competitive, but I don't think it's as bad as people say, especially if you pick the right firm for your personality and for your interests. Now me, I like to be social, but not too much. Like I don't want to feel pressure to go to a happy hour or to go to a whatever event after work unless I want to, but I don't want to feel like I have to. And some firms have a reputation of like, if you don't go here, then you're never gonna make partner. Like, no, a lot of firms aren't like that. So just pick wisely, pick your firm based on your personality and your interests, and you'll be okay. But they're not gonna kill you, and you're gonna have a great time. So insiders, I hope this provided some insight about big law and being a summer associate and a regular associate, hopefully one day. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you comment down below. And if you have any more questions about law school or big law, comment about that too. Bye, insiders.